All right, bro. I got some water.
You
Yeah, bro.
got water in the chalice, is what you
Yeah,
get.
man.
Hey, you're like royalty right
Cheers,
now.
brother.
Dude, cheers. I
Cheers,
got my
bro.
Culver's mug. That's some fine Hawaiian H2O.
Yeah.
Especially, it's different when it's hot and muggy.
God damn, that hit good.
When it's hot and muggy, all
Fudge, dude.
finally just got a shower, cleaned up,
Oh,
but
bro.
yoga and sweating.
That hit like a mofo, bro. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 9 of the OJS podcast with me, Joshua Martin. Long time no see. I still have a 30-minute section from episode 8 I need to drop, and I still haven't dropped it.
Give the people what they want.
I
man.
know.
You got them waiting. You
For
teasing.
real, dude. Like, because my phone, I'm going to be able to upload it from my computer, and I'd been uploading from my phone.
Okay.
And it was 3 hours. So my phone was like, dude, I'm not pushing a 3-hour podcast off of a phone.
You're asking a lot.
I was. And I'm pretty demanding, So I was like,
Right.
you know what? Fair enough. It just kept crashing. It'd be like 99, and then it said, nope, can't upload a 3-hour podcast in one go.
We need that new chip in the iPhone, man.
No, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Your phone could probably do
Yeah,
it.
right. Probably one more generation. I can't remember if they put stuff
Seriously.
in there.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've recorded an episode, so it feels pretty good to be back.
Dude, same.
Like
27 years almost. 27 years tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow's your
Yeah.
birthday, huh? Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
Thanks, brother.
Happy birthday, bro. Damn.
Last day in Hawaii.
I know.
Last
So you're leaving
six.
on your birthday.
Yeah, I know. I kind of goofed it. I should have put it another day later, because then I could have gotten all the things in, Could have gone for a scuba dive or something. I don't know. You can't fly, but it would have been fun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got enough in, I suppose.
So you said you're going on a mountain biking trip.
Oh, so first we got a rafting trip. So we're
Okay.
going down the Grand Canyon. I get picked up in Salt Lake City by some friends up in Bozeman on Wednesday.
Bozeman, Utah,
Bozeman,
or Montana?
Yeah,
Okay.
Bozeman, Montana. And then they're coming down to Salt Lake City and they'll pick me up. And then we'll head down to Flagstaff and we spend like a day at a river house, they call it.
Okay.
And an outfitter sets us up with all these rafts and gear. And then they kind of host a Cajun shrimp boil or something. So we'll have some big Cajun shrimp boil the night before we blast off through the Grand Canyon. And we'll be down there for 21 days or so.
In the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, just floating down in the ditch.
For 21 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's off grid. There's no service. It's like my buddy has an inReach and he'll just be sending out text messages, letting his mom know that we're still alive and on schedule. So, yeah.
What brought this about? Because that sounds gas.
Yeah. So one of my buddies from college, he's a nurse now, but he went off and did river raft guiding in Gardner, Montana, at the north entrance of Yellowstone. And so we met up with him on a college trip and got some rafting in. Rafting's so much fun. You're like disconnected. You're just in that river and you're at the mercy of the water, tossing you around, holding on for dear life. It's a good time. So I'm excited to do that for 3 weeks straight, I guess.
So how many miles is it?
Yeah, so it's a total of 225 miles one way. So we literally just float all the way down. They were showing me pictures. They bring like 100 cases of beer. Like that's a whole raft dedicated to that. I'm like, I don't know how I get through all that, but there's a will, there's a way, I guess.
Yeah. How many people are going?
I think there's 16 of us going.
Okay.
So actually how it came to be. So to get a rafting permit down the Grand Canyon, it used to be first come first serve up until 2006. And then it actually transitioned to a lottery system. So you can just get lucky. And your first time applying for this lottery, you get basically, I believe it's 5, we'll call them preference points. And so my buddy's little sister applied for her first time and drew her first year. So rather than having to wait the first come first serve, it was like 10 to 15 years. Like she drew on the first year, and this is a non-commercial permit. So we don't actually have official guides going with us, even though there's people that are raft guides, ski patrollers on this trip. Like, we'll be straight. It should be a good time.
So if you if you get a ticket to raft down the Grand
Mhm.
Canyon,
Like
you have to basically wait until they give you the okay to go.
yeah, you apply for, I think, and I could be botching this, but I believe you apply for some certain sets of dates, and then if you pull your name's pulled out of the hat, then you get to go on those dates.
And could it be like those dates could be like 3 years out that
I
year?
think it's primarily per the year you apply. I'm not sure if then it becomes first come first serve, but I'm just stoked that I got an invite. I think some people might have dropped out, and I haven't seen my buddy since 2021. It's 2025 now, and so but we're still tight, you know. Adventure guys, I don't know. Like, you keep in touch. You know who's who. Like who can actually handle these kinds of trips. Like not many people want to go and live on a river for 21 days. So it's kind of a small pool. So I'm just glad I got invited. So shout out Corkutes. I'm ready for the trip of a lifetime, man.
That's
Everyone I talk
exactly
to
what
is
it
either
is.
like, you're crazy, or like, I've always wanted to do that. And those permits are hard to pull. And it's like, you quit your job, you divorce your wife, you do whatever it takes to get on that trip.
Because it's once in a lifetime.
It's once in a lifetime, is what they say. Even though my buddy's now going to be on his third trip and he's 26 or 25. So,
Yeah.
you know, maybe it's 3 times. All right.
Yeah. All right, man.
Getting resettled in here.
Yeah, resettled in. So, guys, the phone overheated. That's why I told you to
Yeah.
have the flash on, right?
True, yeah. I
Yes.
was not paying attention.
And neither was I.
You and I were like,
No, we were
we were
talking.
just
We were
going.
cruising.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I said
I'm glad you
something
did.
about
We would
like
have gone the whole hour and a half.
no, we would have gone the whole thing
Yeah.
without even noticing that it had overheated and it stopped.
Yeah.
And so we had to fix the phone, but
Yeah,
you were saying
we had to put the phone in the fridge real quick.
yeah, we had to charge it up. So you were saying
Yeah.
your friend's done it 3 times.
Yeah. We'll pick it up there. And
Yeah.
I think it asked, you know, there's like 16 people going on this trip. We got the youngest being, I think, 20 is my buddy's younger sister, Kara. And then actually the oldest is my buddy's dad, who has just retired from being a highway patrolman. So like there's a heavy difference, but it's you know, a lot of us, you know, in 20s, 30s, whatever. It's gonna be a good time. And yeah, just camping out down the river, you know.
And then it takes how long
Oh yeah.
from
Yeah.
the start of the trip to the end of the trip?
So this one we put in at Lee's Ferry, which is just below Lake Powell in Arizona. And then we go 225 miles down one way. And then we're doing 21 days, so it's roughly 10 miles a day, give or take. Some days you're cruising faster, some days you're cruising slower. And if you're cruising faster, you know, we take a break day essentially and just hang out, play games. People can go off for hikes. You know, we play some spike ball, you know, whatever it might be. Everyone goes read the book. I don't know, but we'll be managing to fill the days pretty good. Hopefully finding some rapids. Love rapids. That's kind of what it's all about, right? So hopefully get some of that action in there, which I'm very excited for. Yeah, I don't know. I've never captained a boat, but I feel like I've done it a few times.
So you're captaining a boat?
Well, maybe with another guy. Yeah, my buddy's like, I think you'd be all right. I think you got it. Like, all right, yeah, I do got it.
That's dude chat if I've ever heard that.
Right.
You sure you got it? Oh yeah, bro, you
Yeah.
got it. You got it. Don't worry about it.
Like, hey, if he's confident in me,
Yeah, just don't
I
kill
think
us
so.
and we'll get down.
Right, dude. Don't
Okay.
boat, or if you do, it takes like 10 people to pull it back over, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, damn. So, how many people are going?
Yeah, 16, I think.
16.
Yeah.
And how many boats are you, or how many
Oh yeah.
rafts are you taking down?
Yeah, so I think we have 5 rafts going, and they're like 18 feet long, I think. And those are big inflatable rafts, essentially, that have some supports in the middle. And I think there's probably, if I had to guess, 3 or 4 people that are bringing kayaks. So
Okay.
people that are paddling on their
I
own
love
and
kayak.
like getting pitted on their own down some gnarlier rapids.
Okay.
So,
I used to kayak a lot.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Up in Colorado?
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yeah, like a lot. That was one thing that growing up we had a lot of kayaks.
Oh,
So I always And I've done a few river rafting trips because my adopted dad loved like rafting a lot. So I got to go on a few of those. I'm gonna keep it a stack. When I was young, I enjoyed it, but also like there was a lot of fear,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like, so you're telling me we could get taught. Now, a few times we, like when we did the water rafting, we went with a guide.
Hmm.
So I think I felt a little more comfortable, but it's like, how long we gonna be in this water? How long are we gonna be here?
That's what you're there to
You,
do.
you know, right. And I'm just like a kid just on this thing, and I'm like, God damn, like, we're really out in this water for a long
Yep.
time, getting
Yep.
splashed everywhere too. Where are the snacks at?
Yeah, right.
You
You
know what
gotta
I'm
keep it on
saying?
deck.
Right.
You do.
And so I always enjoyed it though. And then like we went kayaking one time for my birthday in high school. Just brought a bunch of,
Oh yeah, the goods.
so
Yeah.
yeah, we brought a bunch of
Yeah.
goods, packed some
It was the
things,
park.
went on the
Yeah.
water, just
Nice.
chilled out there.
I
That
love
was a
that.
good time.
That's a good birthday party.
It actually was. It was pretty chill. There was a few of us that I got to go just literally pack the truck, tied it up. Yo, Boy Scouts is one of the best things
Hmm.
I could have done in my life.
Yeah.
I swear, dude, because
It
I
does it
literally
real
just
quick.
it's just
Yeah.
you just pack the strap everything just
You just do it.
and
You just
all right, we go and bring some
yo
food, bring some packages, and just go chill on the water.
underrated.
Um, so you're rafting for 21 days.
Yeah.
Then you're going. So are you gonna fly from Lake Powell?
So yeah.
Well, hang on real quick. So how are you gonna get out of Lake Powell?
Right. So we're starting in Lake Powell. And then we drop in at Lake Powell, below the dam. And then we start the trip. And then we go 225 miles down the Colorado River. And then I believe a shuttle from the outfitter comes and picks all of our stuff up from there. So that's 21 days later. Outfitter comes, picks us up, and takes us back, where all the cars are at the river house near Lake Powell, Page, Arizona, Flagstaff, Arizona area. I really should probably have done a little more detail mapping, but thankfully that's kind of already been done for me.
Okay, so all of this is happening in Arizona, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All drops in right after Lee's Ferry, and then we're cruising down.
And then you're gonna get picked up at the end of the
Yeah.
rafting trip to back to where you
Yeah.
started, and then you're gonna fly to.
And then I think I'll catch a ride back to Salt Lake and then fly home back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
And then you're gonna
And
start your
then
biking
and then
trip?
I'm at home for like a week. We're gonna have a little going away party, a little kegger at my dad's,
Okay.
I wanna so yeah. So then next is we're biking across the continent of the United States for 3 months. That's
Yeah.
the summer plan. So it's, end of March now. All of April spent doing the rafting trip for 3 weeks, and then I'm back home for a week and kind of doing some last minute things for getting the bike ready for this tour across America solo unsupported. So I'll be home for like a week, and then I'll fly out me and my bike out to North Carolina. I've got a buddy in North Carolina. We're gonna link up, and he's gonna drive me to the coast in Yorktown, Virginia. We're gonna dip the back tire in the Atlantic Ocean, and then 2 to 3 months just pedaling west to Astoria, Oregon.
Real quick, what does dropping the back tire in the ocean
Oh
mean?
yeah. So picture it, right?
Like the
I'm
start.
facing the Atlantic Ocean on the east side of the United States. You dip your back tire in it, and you end the trip with your front tire in the Pacific Ocean, right? You're going east to west.
Okay, that was smooth.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. I like
Got it.
that. I like
It's
that.
part of-
That's smooth.
It's part
You know what?
part of
That's
the
called
deal.
moving forward.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it's called, bro.
All the way.
Yeah, that was nice. Okay. And damn, bro.
Yeah, 4,200 miles of just chooching across the continental United States.
What got you into biking?
Yeah. So grew up bicycling, a little bit of mountain biking, dirt biking, motorcycles. But a couple of years ago, I was getting into running and some like endurance sports. Wanted to get into, did some half marathons. Wanted to get in some racing, triathlons. But then was in a car accident, dude. I was working and I was in a quarter ton pickup at night. We had just picked up a payload for work. I was doing high altitude balloon recoveries down in Nebraska, just on the Nebraska South Dakota border. And a drunk driver actually crossed into my lane at like 10 o'clock at night. And we were both doing about 65 miles an hour and collided. Thankfully, it was a nice new pickup, so a lot of airbags and everything. So I ended up crushing my ankle essentially. Everyone in my pickup was good, thank God. Um, but it ended up crushing my ankle. So did a year of recovery or tried to save the ankle, but I kind of wanted an amputation, but I got talked out of that. Like the day to day. Yeah,
You're one of those extreme
yo,
people.
I wanted it. I had to be talked out of it like 3 times because I was like I was ready to go running again. I wanted the prosthetic, right? I wanted to be that guy. I don't know. Like the endurance thing and just overcoming that part, I thought was so cool to me. But it's been great. I haven't had like any pain for a while. So we ended up fusing the ankle like a year later after trying to fix what I had, but I couldn't get over the pain because there's not enough cartilage in there. And so they talked me out of the amputation, and then we went with the fusion. The fusion worked, and everything healed up well. But with the fusion, I can't move my ankle at all. So I've got like basically they put a bone graft in here, so now I have one less joint in my ankle, and so I can't run or jump anymore. Like that's the thing. I can't do impacts on that foot, and I found that bicycling, right, that motion, you don't need to move your ankle to do that. I lose some calf input, but like it doesn't hurt. It's light on the joints. It's no low impact. Like biking is the endurance sport that I can do, and a part of like my journey of like overcoming this injury and like proving that it doesn't matter. Like I want to do this big excursion across the states to prove to myself like it don't matter if you have a fused ankle. Like you can still do big adventures and get after it, and push the body and still feel good.
So what does it mean when I mean fusion is in
Yeah.
but what are they fusing together?
Yeah. So they fused basically my foot bones to my leg bones. So like there's just like no movement in here anymore. So, you got your normal articulation like this, which all comes from your ankle joint. And they basically regrew bone throughout that whole thing. So they like cemented my ankle. So it's fixed in this one position.
So how are you moving your toes?
So my toes and my feet are still not fused. So all these bones can kind of move. It's just this one joint here. Um, the names of all the bones slip my mind right now, but yeah. So I still can control the toes a little bit, which is good for balance and everything. But yeah, biking is just an awesome alternate. Al- yeah, alternate to running, and I love being on two wheels, dude. I love my motorcycles and biking. So hoping to, I'm gonna be doing a lot of it. So
God damn, bro.
yeah.
And you were telling me a little bit about like, your stay process, which is
Oh
can you get a little bit into that? How
yeah.
you're gonna be like making your way across the country?
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and avoid hotels. Those bills start to add up for sure. So I'll be doing bike packing or bike touring. So I'll have a tent with me, sleeping pad, sleeping bag, and you know, usually the state park or a city park, you can camp there for free. Well, maybe not state park, but also, I had a buddy who did the northern tier route. So I'm doing the Trans-America Trail, which goes across the center of the United States pretty much. And there's a southern tier, northern tier, and then this Trans-America Trail that I'm doing. And he would ride ahead of his group a little bit, and he'd pull in the VFW, and he would just find some guy at the bar and ask, just have a beer and get to talking to him about where he could stay, and he could stay in a city park, or sometimes people would offer their yards. But then there's also this community called Warm Showers, Uh, it's just for bike tourists, so people will sign up. Typically, people that have bike tours as well, because they're pretty much the only ones that know about it. And they will sign up to either host you in their yard just to camp, or they'll give you a shower and camping, or they'll give you a room to sleep in as well. Just out of like the kindness of their hearts, you kind of message them a day before, see if either of you are crazy or like, kind of vet each other out a little bit, see if you seem polite and you want to hang, like they can decline you no matter what, and you can decline them. So just seeing, are they cool? And then hoping to meet quite a few people through that. I actually had a chance to stay with an older gal, not older, Kinuko, up here on the north side of the Big Island. And she took me. She said, I usually have a room for you to stay in, but um, so I just set up a tent in her yard, and we hung out. We picked up some dinner, went and overlooked Pololu Valley. She's a state park guide of sorts, and so she had all this knowledge about King Kamehameha and all this Hawaiian history. So we just got to hang out, and I wouldn't have had that without warm showers or just taking a tour around the north side of the Big Island. And I'm hoping to find a lot more of that along the Transamerica Trail. So with the amount of people that do this trail, I'm hoping there should be more warm shower hosts along that route too. So, maybe every other night. I don't know. I just gotta go along the route and see who we meet along the way for hosts. So, but try not to bank on it, of course. So, a lot of camping, which would be good. I'm excited for it.
And then your bike setup.
Oh yeah,
Like, how is that gonna work? Like
yes,
food, you know, how are you gonna be mostly eating out? Are you gonna pack food? Are you gonna buy food on the road? Like,
yeah. So I picked up a steel bike, steel frame. It's a Kona Sutra, um, really popular touring bike, and then it actually came with a front rack, which hangs over the front tire, and then I'll get another rear rack, hangs over the rear tire, and then you get these bags called panniers, and they're basically just big sacks that you strap onto these front and rear racks. So I'll have four of them, and then I'll have my camping gear. I'll have a jet boil with me, if I feel like cooking some ramen and making egg drop soup or something, and then for some dinners. But a lot of eating out probably at diners, gas station food. You're burning so many calories. You can kind of eat what you want, and that's kind of how it ends up going. Um, and then dinners maybe at a campfire at the parks or whatever. But probably most likely more diners and stuff.
are you
Just
gonna
big meals.
are you gonna be able to bring a cooking utensil, like some sort of pot to cook something?
Yeah, so the jet boil is like its own cooking pot. It boils water within a few minutes.
Okay.
And then, fork spoon kind of thing. And just kind of just throwing together some meals at night. It'd be a lot of just living out of gas stations and little grocery stores along the way.
And where are you gonna end?
Yeah. Yeah, so this route takes you from, I believe it's Yorktown, Virginia, the east side. You cut through Kentucky, Missouri, and then you go across Kansas in the middle of summer. Hopefully that doesn't suck. And then you end up in Pueblo, Colorado, on the southern end of the Rockies, towards the southern end. And then you jut straight north, pretty much all the way up to Missoula, Montana. And then you cut west down and through Oregon. And then you end in the northwest corner of Oregon in Astoria. So it's like the very northwest corner of Oregon.
And
And
it's called Historia?
yeah, Astoria. Yeah,
Astor.
Astoria. So there's actually the town where, I don't know if you've ever seen the Goonies.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of like a 90s thousands film. I can't remember, but they did a lot of filming there. And there's like a Goonies house. It's like rainy and forests, a lot of forests, and the ocean's right there. There's a big bay, a lot of old houses up on the hills. It's a really pretty place. I actually got to visit it last March with my dad, and it's a cool place.
So you was that no with you knowing you were gonna do this bike trip?
Actually, no.
Okay.
No, yeah. I kind of decided that I was doing this trip last summer, so it would have been just after that trip.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of a
And then are you flying back home then?
yeah, and then I'll fly out of Portland, or if I have time, make my way to Seattle. And I have a cousin living in Seattle, and I'm hoping to he can help me out and get me my bike to the airport, and we'll ship it back. So, or yeah, there's a lot of logistics and moving parts, and like just trying to get me and my bike everywhere.
Dude,
Yo,
solo
yeah,
on a
solo
bike
supported. Yeah,
across the country.
yeah,
You do realize you're not gonna be the same man when you're done with this, right?
yeah. I'm gonna have a big old beer like Forrest Gump.
Bro, you're literally about to transform your soul doing this solo. Are you gonna be listening to music?
Yeah, I'm gonna put on some music every now and then. I think I'll try and do stints without anything, stints, with it just to get through the days. If there's a bad day, I got a headwind that I'm going into for 8 hours. Like, I'm gonna throw a headphone in and just grind through that because
Okay.
that might suck.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
that's
dude, life, you know, I love living through challenges, like doing hard things. It's good for the body and mind. Um, you can be comfortable, but that ain't my style.
damn, bro. You said something that I want to bring up, which was you said live immediately.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That is such a fire ass line,
yeah.
bro.
Shout out Angela Hines. Yeah, a late friend of ours. Um, she was yeah. So like right after my accident, our good friend Angela Hines, she um she was in a climbing incident and didn't make it, and this girl like lit up every room. Everyone she met, she became friends with. Like she lived with so much love in life than more people will in their lifetimes. And she always said, live immediately. And for me, coming from a super safe job, you know, living in the same place, growing up in the same place, super stable, awesome, and love everything about where I come from and everything I've done. But that's a lot of where this motivation comes from. Like I had a near death experience myself, and then losing her was huge. Um, she's a huge inspiration for a lot of this. And life is short. Not like you don't want to just live the 9 to 5 forever and wait till retirement to do some of these things. And with this accident, and I finally closed out some money stuff, so I was able to take a few months off. So I was put in a good position and wanted to do something big, take some time, and yeah, she was awesome.
It kind of feels like you had to trade something to get this experience.
Yeah, that's everything in life, bro.
No, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because had
yeah,
you not gone through that accident,
right.
would you have ever been in a position?
Chances are a lot slimmer, right? Yeah, I don't know if I'd be in a position to be able to take time off from work like I have. I wouldn't. I don't know if my desire would be there to do something like this on a bike or this long. So it dude, everything is all part of God's plan, like leading you to somewhere, and I guess that's part of the plan for me.
What would you say you learned from your near-death experiences?
Dude, live immediately, man. And you could do everything right. You could be on your side of the line. You could be sober, dude. Someone out of nowhere hits you with a car head on. Like thankfully, I was just had the right vehicle that just saved our lives. But dude, you never know when your time's gonna come. And if you don't take that, like live like you're dying, dude. Because we are. I mean, you gotta have stability, and thankfully, I don't have any dependents. Right? No kids right now. I'm not married, so all those things kind of culminate to where I am today and what I get to do. Very blessed. Very excited.
Dude, this is really like very, very like it's gonna be a very connected trip for you, bro.
Big time.
You know? And that's why I was saying you're not gonna come out the same person.
Yeah.
'Cause like you're really about to have time with yourself by yourself for some time. Hang on.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time to figure out kind of what I want in life, too. Hopefully. It could just be a fun trip. It could, I think there's somewhere in between it being a fun trip and it changing me as a fundamentally as a person. And somewhere in the middle is where it's gonna end up. And hopefully learn some things about myself, and it'd be kind of cool to come up with a business idea. Where I want to go, what's next? Or it turns into a fun trip. I don't know. Maybe the whole plan was to inspire someone else to do something, and that's the work being done through me. It could be somewhere. I think it's somewhere in between.
Like talking about what do you want to do in life, I'm kind of in that place right now.
Yo, you are. You got mad stuff going on right now. I could tell you've been juggling. You got a lot on the plate. You got your pie chart of time is thinly sliced.
Thin, bro.
Yeah.
Thinly sliced, dog.
Tell me, give me an oversight of like what your weekly routine has been like trying to manage. Cause that's just been hectic, it sounds like.
All right, so Monday through Saturday is work Seva, selfless service ashram. I'm usually up 5:30, meditation at 6 to 7:30, breakfast from 7:30 to 8:30. Then I'm in the kitchen because I make all of our meals now. And that's from, 8:30 8:30. We clean up till about 9:30. Then I'm making lunch and sometimes dinner. And I usually sometimes have to do that in the lunch block and have dinner ready too, and then just have it in the fridge. That way people can just grab and go. And then in the afternoons, on Mondays, we have a satsang. So I make dinners on Mondays, which satsang is like a community. And we have a teacher, and he teaches, which is going to lead into why I'm saying, like, what do I want to do? But that's on Monday. Tuesdays, today's Tuesday, we have regular stuff. We had a retreat come in, so I made dinner. I had to get the rooms ready. Wednesdays, we have yoga teacher training because they include that when you get here for free so that you can do that. And I went early so that I could try and get it done so that I could spend my time doing something else.
A lot of work going on in these days.
Yeah.
Right?
And then and when I'm done, we get done at like 4:30.
Yeah.
Because Wednesdays we're done at 4, Thursdays we're done at 4, Fridays we're done at 4, like 4:30. Depends on what we have. Thursdays is our philosophy class. And then after that, I rinse off, I do my yoga stuff. Then I'll go for a run. It could be an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours.
Might be 18 miles.
Right.
Yo.
No BS, though. No BS. Was that the day?
Yeah, I think
Was that the 18-mile day when
one
you
of the
texted
days
me?
we talked. Yeah, it was an 18-mile day for you.
Yeah. And no bullshit, though. And just like once I get done with that, I'm wiped. But I take a shower because I've been really good about like my routine of like, sometimes it's 3 yoga sessions a day, and I meditate after, and I do breath work after.
That's a lot of time.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then you're also trying to develop your cooking.
Yes.
Your producing.
Like
your editing.
No bullshit, bro.
Your friendships.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, and you don't realize like how much time running takes.
Yeah.
And if you're booking it, like no resting, dude, 2 hours of just straight running, you get back, shower, that's 20 minutes to shower, change, get myself ready to go do yoga,
eat again,
sit down, meditate for 20 minutes, because yoga takes about 45 to an hour,
Mm-hmm.
you know, breath work, I'll maybe do 10, 15 minutes so that I can get ready to meditate.
These are all slices of your pie here. You're chopping up for the
No,
day.
no, yes. And by the time I get done with all of this, and then I'm like, crap, I may need to read for at least 10, 15 minutes, or I got to work on a video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, I need to also get sufficient rest because this is like,
That leads to burnout
right.
if you don't.
And I'm always trying to aim for like 10 o'clock. Let's just be in bed.
Yeah.
And it's like 9. And I'm like, so I got an hour to decompress.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, I need to learn to use this new camera that I just got. I'm still learning to edit on Final Cut.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get back into shape.
You almost can't do it all.
I was talking to our manager about it. I was like, I didn't realize how little time there actually was.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
you
I'm
sleep for a third of the day.
yes, if I'm running that much, and I'm also like, I don't skip my yoga practice. I don't.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I've been so consistent about. In the mornings during breakfast, I'm doing yoga. Then when we're done with breakfast, I help clean up. Then I have to start making lunch. And then after lunch, like at noon, we do from noon until 1 p.m. is our lunchtime. Then I have to do selfless service until 4 or 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'm like, okay, if I leave right now and I don't because I have to shower,
Right.
like to get my body to like actually calm down and get ready for the run, for it to feel good and like for my heart rate to be in like steady, calm beats, I have to rinse off
Mm-hmm.
because you carry all that frantic energy from working all day, interacting with
Yeah, you're like
people. It's all tense.
Yeah.
So I shower, and then to like really get me calm, I do some yoga to get my body to feel good to run. That's another
Right.
hour, maybe
Yeah.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
And
It's a beautiful dynamic warm up.
right.
Like
And then, there's volleyball too. And I'm like, we're on island time, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not about to be strict.
right.
I'm getting out there and I'm spiking some shit.
Real, yeah.
You know what I'm
Love
saying?
it.
So and I'm keeping that in mind that Joshua, we're gonna live too.
Yeah. You've made efforts, to come out of your way on your busy schedule and just come hang out.
Because I'm like,
Come
what,
cook
like,
and-
dude, like
You got it. You can't let that slip.
that's what I'm saying.
What's it all for?
That's what I'm saying. There shouldn't be a single day, bro, that I'm bored or have
There's
something.
too much to be done. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the life I'm trying to live too. Is like
That's what I'm
if
saying.
you're bored, like there's something you can be learning or improving on.
Every single day.
Yeah. It's time to relax.
Right. And that's what Sundays are for.
Yeah.
And even like when I told you I came over to watch the movie and I was like, damn, I actually didn't do anything for anybody today. I didn't make a meal for anybody. I didn't offer my time to anyone. As soon as we got because we have to meditate every morning, like Monday through Sunday. That's like part of our schedule, right? But Sundays after meditation, we're free to do what we want. And as soon as we get done with meditation, everyone knows I usually, right after meditation, my mat's already set out and I hop on my mat, do my yoga stuff.
Yeah.
I disappear in my room, straight back to sleep.
Yeah.
Because after a schedule like that,
craving sleep,
dude, and I don't no alarm. When I wake up is when I wake up. My body will let me know.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to like get up and then I shower. I take like 3-4 showers a day, bro.
Dude, we do be showering a lot out here.
Like just
how hot it is and
and
how much
just-
you're moving around.
Yeah,
It's
bro. Keep refreshing the
At
body,
least twice
bro.
a day.
Yeah. And I stayed at the homeless shelter. And I made like almost like after I did the final calculations with money spent on buses and like everything, buying food, like it was almost, I thought it was, then I added it all up, my checks, looked at everything.
Yeah.
Because
What are we making money off of
what do you mean?
in living at the homeless shelter?
Well, because it
Were
was
you
either,
cooking?
so I was working 3 jobs.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was either spend like $2,100 to rent a place for 2 months.
Right.
or
Why
go to
take
the
that?
right, go to the shelter, pay 300 for 1 month, and they let me
Huh?
have the rest of the time.
Yeah.
So all I did was spend money on buses and some food here and there. And one of the guys that was staying there was a weapons contractor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's not staying there. He was volunteering there because he was like, I do this to keep myself humble, to to keep compassion. And he was like, you don't belong here. You should never be in another
Right.
environment
I
like
mean,
this.
and just in that when you first say it, it's kind of like, wait, what? Yeah.
But he was saying like, Joshua, you don't ever end up in this again. Right now, it's good for you to get these lessons, learn them quickly, and get out. But
Yeah.
you need to hang around people who have your mentality, who are doing things more than you, so that you can soak that shit in. And
It's contagious. Like all that energy and people's attitudes are all contagious.
and I remember I got one of my checks, and I worked 104 hours, didn't even crack 1,400.
Damn. 104 hours.
It was 103 hours in a 2 week pay period.
Wow.
I didn't crack $1,400.
Less than $10 an hour. Yeah.
It
Or
was
just
$14.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was $14.
Yeah.
And then with overtime, overtime pay, and I still didn't crack $1,400. It was like $1,391.
And dude, that's like near minimum.
I called, and this is a job in Waikiki. I called. Oh shit! I may have to bleep that out. I called the guy, and I was like, "This is bullshit.
Right.
I worked 103 hours, and this is all I made."
Mm-hmm.
I'm cussing up a storm on the phone. I'm like, I'm never gonna feel like this.
Right.
I can't afford to live like this, working this hard for somebody to only get this little return, And I get back to the shelter, and him and I we're talking, and he's like, dude, with your like attitude, with some of the skills you've told me you're developing, in 6 months, I could transform you to making 6 figures with ease.
Right.
And this is a dude that was running Fortune 500? Because he's a weapons contractor for the government.
Yeah, he's
And then his son,
money on deals.
right?
Yeah.
His son, he took his son, put him through like the best schooling, and they patented it's either medical machines, and they're the only one who can sell that.
Yeah, got a patent on it. Yeah,
they've got a patent on it, and his son and him are the only people that can sell it, and it's like something that's very needed. So basically, they've monopolized that specific domain.
Yeah,
and so his son just prints bread,
right?
Like a bakery, bro. Just prints bread. And I was telling him how much I'm getting paid, and he's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, actually.
And I'm talking to
anyone's gonna say that. Yeah,
right. And the way, when I'm telling you, this got put into perspective, one of these kids that like we see each other, we dap each other up because they sell the tours, and I told him how much I was making. He's like, bro, in Waikiki?
Yeah, everyone is questioning how you got gypped on this.
And he was like, bro, you do realize even working 1 hour wouldn't get you a meal at your job?
Yeah.
When he put it like that, I was like, God.
Can't even wash dishes and earn a meal.
Like, I was like, God damn, that's a fucking fact. Like, if I work every hour I work at this job, I can't even feed myself working, like buying a meal at my job. And I was like, yeah, you wanted me to work full time here for this pay for 3-month trial period to decide if I'm worth a raise?
You were getting screwed, bro.
And so when I tell you, like, the fire got lit, and I get to the ashram and I'm like, yep, 6 months and we're out, moving on. Next thing, just build these skills rapidly, And I re-listened to this Alan Watts video. I love, know who Alan, yeah. And he talked about, in this video, he talked about, you have to admit that you don't really know what you want to do.
Dude, I wanted to circle back to that question. Yeah, like, I don't even want to almost talk about what I want to do because I'm kind of, it's like one thing at a time. I don't want to,
You have to surrender.
because then, if you don't get what you say we want to do now, then you failed. But, all the things that you could do to leave you to where you get to at that time, you could be happy with, and it's not a failure. It's something totally different.
Right. And he was like, what he said was basically, you have to admit that you don't know what you want to do, and you have to, until you're silent and it comes to you.
That's what the trip, dude, is kind of is part of it for me. Hopefully, I'll try and have that happen, on this bike trip.
Now I'm like, damn, like even today, bro, like today was freaking fantastic. Woke up, you know, got my stuff done, moved out of my room into a tent because we've got a retreat coming in, went running, did my yoga practice.
Dude,
Now I'm here, made you a
I'm
dinner.
hearing you say this like every time we hang out. You're like, it was such a good day, and then
Bro.
you have all this. I need to go do this and that. It comes back to the dude. You're meant to kind of be here for a while.
And that's what
Don't fight it. Don't.
And I think I'm done fighting it.
Good.
Because one, I'm like, Joshua, we've guided you here, number one. Like this place, I'm telling you, I'm not even lying to you, bro. Like I was being guided to this specific place.
100%.
I was like, damn, like I really need to trust. I need to fall with trust in this place because like I just want to make money so bad to make sure that like I can take care of my family one day.
Right.
That it's like kind of almost like I'm living with urgency. I'm patiently urgent.
Yeah.
That's the word. Patiently urgent.
Yeah. And my good buddy Joshua I live with, he's a wise man, but his big thing was don't chase the money, like chase the work, chase the passion, chase your like dude, you're already developing all these skills. Like that money's gonna come. But don't focus on the money, like focus on making the good content, developing the cooking, building out these channels and forming good relationships, like they're gonna help you lead. That's just the money's gonna
Bro.
All right, quick little break.
Yeah. Phone died.
Phone died.
Literally right when I was talking, phone died.
One thing after another.
Yeah, but I was just telling them we just take it in stride. Like phone overheated, we had to let it cool in the fridge and then put it back up. Then phone dies, we had to stop for a second, put it back up, and now we've got like 20 more minutes.
Yeah. All right, probably past both of our bedtime.
Yeah, for real.
10:40 or so.
All right, will you set a timer for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Let's rock this.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about?
I think, you know,
And I'm sorry that this podcast is going to feel a bit choppy, but if you've been listening along, thank you.
yeah.
This is my first episode in some time. So I didn't really come prepared with like my phone getting charged and everything.
Yeah, we wanted to just kind of have it going.
Yeah, because my boy's leaving tomorrow, and I was like, bro, you gotta chop it up with me before you.
Right.
Bro.
Yeah, we got to get it on here.
Yeah.
I did want to say that the bike ride, I am doing a fundraiser. So there's this project called Veterans Community Project in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's growing nationwide. I think they got a spot in St. Louis and somewhere else, but they're still growing. But they take homeless veterans in regardless of discharge status, and they build tiny homes and they put them in there fully furnished, and their whole families too if they need to. And then they go through. I mean, they've got like financial literacy courses and stuff to get them up on their feet and on their own, and like back out into the world. Because, like, I know there's a homeless problem, but our veterans should not have a homeless problem. Like, we should be taking care of them. And they went through some shit for our country, for us. So we get back to them because the government's turned their back on them, or like something, PTSD and stuff like that. Like they went through it for that, and then it has these, cascading effects. And so anyway, that's my fundraiser. So I try and do like some pledges for like every mile that I do, maybe $1 for that organization. Still working that out with Kaylin at VCP, but that is something I wanted to incorporate in this ride, right? Give it a little extra meaning as well, and try and benefit others, and something I feel passionate about. So I'm looking forward to meeting some veterans there before taking off for the trip. Get to talk to them a little bit, kind of cement that drive to push that fundraising a little bit, because I think it's going to something great, and it's something that ties together with the community that I'm from and where all my people are. So I think it'd be a good organization to bring some awareness and some fundraising to, because I think they're like 50 to 75% built out, and they got to get there. So to get to that 100% maximum capacity for tiny homes on their lot. So very excited to help fundraise for that, and do some good work in our community. So did want to throw that out there.
Okay, so just so that was a lot of information to
Yeah.
just to make sure that I was listening and heard you properly. Doing a fundraiser to tie in with the bike ride.
Right. Yeah. It's like the goal of the ride is, and I might be even low here. I've never done a fundraiser like, so I'm doing 4,200 miles. If I could raise $4,200,
Okay.
that's got to go to work. Might not build a lot, but maybe it'll be a lot more than that.
That's 4,200 done more than nothing.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So
Okay. And where
yeah, they're in the
where did you go online to?
Yeah. So I'll have a website built with them kind of for my own specific thing. And then I'll be sharing that website I'll be doing a travel blog or a website of sorts. Still need to get that. But that VCP will be like unique to my trip.
Okay.
So people can like scan a QR code, click a link, and then it'll be able to donate there. And so I'm hoping to do like if you do this many miles, I'll, put up this much money, to like make sure I finish my end of the bargain, right? Like I gotta do the trip and make it to the end. It's not like I'm just gonna bail, 100 miles into it and everyone donated all this stuff. Like, no, I gotta go through with it, you know.
So then send it to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll make sure to link it with this episode.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
I got you, bro. I got you.
So yeah, that's starting May 3rd to August 6th of 2025. So, and you'll be able to follow on Instagram too at Madsen884. I'll be putting a bunch of stuff on there, and I'll probably have a link in there as well. So that'd be like the easiest way.
Say it one more time.
Madsen884, MATZEN 884.
Okay.
So,
I'm not on the gram right.
Right, I know. I was thinking about the.
Yeah, I'm not on the gram right now, but I will link all your socials.
Yeah.
So go ahead and text all that to me. I'll make sure to link it in the descriptions of the episode.
And that's why I want to do like its own website too, just when people don't need to have, an app, so they can reach all that. And trying to do updates, post some pictures of some warm hosts, the warm shower hosts, and stuff like that. I'm excited. It'll be a new journey for me because I've never like documented that much stuff. So I'm excited for that. It's always a good reason for me to document things, because otherwise I could totally just take like 20 pictures and just post that and be done with it. But like this actually, to
You sure?
stuff.
You sure? Because this is the trip of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like
this is gonna inspire too. Hopefully,
this is one of those where like you only need to do it once.
Yeah, probably.
And that one time is just like
an epic up and down journey.
You're just analyzing yourself, because you're gonna be by yourself, and in the middle of it when you're like, damn. Once you probably get to Colorado, like you'll feel a lot better, because it's like Colorado is like much closer to the West Coast,
Right.
But it's gonna be that trudge to get to that middle point where you're like, damn.
Like pain cave, like long-term pain cave. You just got to get through it. You got to go to that place.
Yeah, bro.
And hopefully it's not that bad, but zooming out, yeah, it probably will be a little bit of a push to get through all that alone. But
I'm proud of you.
that's the like back to that silence and that time like on your own. And I'm hopefully gonna have people coming to visit in Wyoming. Shout out Ryan, hopefully Peter, and some others that hopefully they link up for part of the trip and can help cheer on through like Wyoming, towards the end. So that kind of gives me something to be stoked for as well. But every now and then I'll talk to some buddies or something like, "What are you doing this summer?" Trying to bike. But I can't bake on any of it. So it's just fun to
Maybe
have.
people tag along,
Yeah.
get you to the next point.
Yeah.
Some landmarks. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can hope.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
man.
don't want to feel pressure. Yeah.
Feel it a
I'll be
shot.
back in August.
Hey, and when you come back, like, talk to me different.
Yeah, that's what I was like. We got to do a follow up here.
Oh, we will. For sure. For sure.
Or was it
My birthday is August 3rd.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to be done by then, so maybe we can make it happen.
Yeah. You may have to come here though.
Maybe we need to do another week in the Big Island.
I was gonna say if you come back to Big Island, you know where I'm at.
Yeah, I know.
Because I think I'll probably still be there because my 6 months it's February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
Yeah.
Oh, so then July.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my work study started February 1st. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Oh, it is.
We could celebrate your 7-month, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, that's fine.
okay. Now I wanted to ask you. So I made him mango chicken fried rice before we started. We didn't have egg, which is what makes the fried rice, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we may do.
And I wanted to ask him on the pod
Oh yeah.
your ratings, and I need honest rating.
Yeah.
Because I threw dill relish in there with some Hawaiian mustard.
Did not see the dill relish coming, but
Yeah.
that was pretty good. I'm gonna put it at like a 7
Okay.
because the ingredients were quality. It was light, crisp, like the cilantro made it super fresh. I'm a sauce guy though.
Okay.
Needed, and we also lacked ingredients, right? Like we did soy sauce. Could use some soy sauce. And it probably would have been there, or a little bit more of the barbecue,
Okay.
the mustard barbecue.
Yeah.
So it just needed a little bit more oomph, but it was light and refreshing, super good.
Like I bet, and
But now you just keep up the good nutrition and the good
Yes.
sleep, and then
Yes.
you're dialed in.
for real, and now tomorrow, like I can run with some energy behind me,
Yeah, 100%.
And I think I'm
Muscle, yeah.
no, for real. I think I'm gonna go run to the soccer field
Oh yeah.
because Wednesdays they play soccer. And one of the guys that goes to volleyball was telling me, he's like, yeah, we play soccer Wednesday. So I think I'm going to run down to the soccer field, catch a few games, mess around, and then run back. So I'll be able to still keep good rhythm, run there, probably like 6 miles to run there.
Should be feeling good.
Yeah. And my body's like, thank you for giving us something, bro.
Yeah.
Like we needed it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
damn. Thank you so much for joining me, bro.
Yeah. Thanks for making it all happen.
Yeah.
Hey, for cooking the good meal.
Yeah.
If we had more ingredients, it could have made something more magical happen, but it was so good.
No, and I appreciate the rating because I didn't feel like that was the best fried rice. You gotta have some eggs,
True. Soy.
and soy sauce and some sesame. Sesame oil takes it
We're just guys.
next level. But we did it properly. We did it well.
You're inspiring me to actually do more cooking than it would have been just chicken and rice.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because the reward just goes right back to you.
Right.
That effort you put into the food just comes right back to you.
Sure. Yeah. Be as lazy or as extravagant as you want to.
Yeah. So it's all going right back to you, man.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Big Island connects a lot of people.
Yeah. It's gonna stick with me.
Yeah. I'm glad like we got to chat.
Yeah. I'm always gonna be thinking about this place and these people.
Yeah.
I was here for 5 weeks, which was just long enough to start meeting people and connect right away.
Yeah.
And then as soon as like we start wanting to do things and hanging out,
Yeah.
a little bit of a groove, it's like, yo, I gotta leave.
Yeah,
And there was no chance, like there's no sign of coming back.
dude.
I saw,
Dude, when you
It's
told me that, I was like, "What? What do you mean you're leaving?"
yeah,
He said, "Oh yeah, I'm leaving in like 2 weeks." I'm like, "What?"
yeah, it's tough.
Like, dog, we just sat down and ate together. You already did
Yeah.
it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I really do it to myself. Met a nice lady, like, you know,
I don't want to bring that up.
dude, I know. I just get thrown in here, man. That sucks. But yeah, like, that's how it is.
Island life is nice, eh?
Yeah.
Right. You see some things that you're just like, that's some wholesome stuff, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm just
It's
like,
the aloha spirit, you know?
the aloha spirit permeates everything, bro.
It's real.
And like we were talking about, like Kona just has like Kona is like a it's not quite country, like in the
Yeah, not Kona for sure.
right, but it's got a bit of a country feel to it.
Yeah. It's more small town.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the pace
It's
is
tight. The pace is a bit slower. Like there's no high rise. There's no real bustle. You know, people are letting people into traffic even if they have the right of way. Like,
yeah.
you know, stores are opening when whoever's running the store opens. Right? You know, like,
Joel, and you notice how early they close?
yeah, they close early.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, you like good look finding a restaurant.
8 o'clock done. You think we'll wait?
That's late even. Like a lot of them close at 6. Like that is dinner time.
And I appreciate that. And I was talking to him about this earlier. Like, the neighborhood that we live in, like, consistently fishing boats, and you just see just gatherings of like people, neighbors, families, spread. Almost like every time they eat dinner, it looks like it's a spread.
Yo,
And I love that. Like when I'm going for a walk or something, I just like, hit them with a quick hello, aloha. And I'm like, that just looks beautiful, man. They sit outside, barbecuing something, tables getting set, older people sitting together, like the kids are running around biking, electric bikes.
get going, and the conversation.
And it's pretty quiet here anyways.
Yeah, you hear everything.
And I'm like, man, that's just beautiful. And they starting to see my face a lot more. So they're like, oh yeah, we know.
Yeah, I talked to some guy just sitting out in his driveway one morning and we talked for a while, it's pretty easy to just spark up the conversation with everyone here. It's nice. And I think you'll find that all over America. It's just like here it's always perfect weather, so it's easy to be outside and do all these things outside,
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to be like indoors, like especially when I get done, I'm in the kitchen.
So we've never used AC here. Like our windows are always open. First time I used it, we used a rental car, and it was, after a Captain Cook hike, and it was 80 degrees, and I had to crank it for my little sister.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is kind of nice, but
Yeah.
it's been nice not needing to use it. Just
That it has.
so consistent here.
Yeah. No, that's why you kind of move here. That's like a part of the reason, like people move over weather.
Right.
It's like when people go from like colder weather, like because you know how a lot of people when they're retiring they go to Arizona, they go to Florida,
Snowbird.
and then like some people like
I get that.
they'll have a house in a cold state where they usually are, and then in the winters they just go to a warm state, buy some property, live in a warm state.
I like the week I came here, it was negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit for like 4 days.
Yeah.
And I came here 70s.
Right. And
Incredible.
dude, we were talking about it. Like, I took a shower, like, put lotion on. I walked to the car and I was sweating.
Yeah,
And that was the sun was down, and I'm like, damn, this is a different life.
Yeah.
What
Instead of Colorado, it's not South Dakota.
No,
You get that. You're not like putting on your heavy coat and your boots to go outside anymore. It's you're losing layers.
Yeah, it's like straight up, you're just like either shirtless, which is a lot around here,
Yeah.
or you're in.
Dude, we're always shirtless.
Dude, I got rid of all of my shirts when I was in Oahu because I was like, yeah, I'm going tank tops and like simple shirts.
Yeah.
Once I got here,
Understandable.
He's got a bunch of white tees, some cutoffs, and then cut some of it off. And I got like five to like 7 shirts. Some of them were given to me, you know, and I'm doing laundry all the time. And when I'm running, I'm shirtless anyways. So it's like,
And then out of like a suitcase, and it's like easy.
right.
Just simple teas.
Life, man. Well,
Yo,
Gage, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really, really proud of you, bro. I'm glad you're still alive. You know, like I wish you nothing but the best on this journey that you're on. You know, obviously we're gonna have to stay in touch. You know, I feel like we're putting in each other's lives for a reason. The way we met, doing this before you leave, so beautiful. So, you know, yeah, just keep me updated. You know, I make sure to get your info
yeah.
into the description. Keep up with it and send me pictures. You know.
Oh yeah, but still think yeah, we'll get some stuff linked up here, and
Yeah.
you know, it ain't over. It's not a goodbye. And in Hawaiian, it's a hui ho.
A hui ho.
A hui ho. Until we see each other again.
A hui ho.
A hui ho with Joshua.
All right.
Thank you.
I got you, bro. Appreciate you, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Gage from South Dakota, and it's me, Joshua, and I'm back.
We're so back. You
Yeah.
should have finished that episode too.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah.
I need to drop that last 30 minutes. So thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Whoever watched all the way through. Sorry for the choppiness, but we had to finish what we started. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Wow.
Mahalo. And that's how you do it. Look there.
I think we did something.